Well, the Bachelorette there, that's all about relationships. We are talking about relationships this morning. Joining me is relationship expert Becky Shook-Watska. She is with Fairway Divorce Solutions out of Sacramento. Becky, good morning. Thanks for getting up early.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. The latest scandal is, of course, Congressman Anthony Weiner, this Twitter scandal with sexting. As a wife, as a couple, how do you move forward? And then we've learned his wife, Huma Abedin, is 3 months pregnant.
Yeah. Well, moving forward, I would say the first thing is you've got to sit down and talk. You've got to address the issue. And I see a lot of people avoid, and that's the last thing you want to do is to avoid the situation. You want to be able to
and talk details, get it all out.
Get it all out. I mean, really. I mean, you don't have to get into the fine details, but you've got to be able to talk about your feelings and what's happened and how you're going to be able to move forward.
And we're looking at the couple right now, and they're newlyweds, not even married a year. And it seems like she's choosing to stay, but how do you trust again?
Oh my gosh, trust is so hard to rebuild, but it can be done. You have to be able to focus on how the person who broke the trust is going to rebuild it, and then how the person who really was in the situation where they can't trust anymore, how they're going to be able to let go. So once you've dealt with the situation, then moving on to the letting go stage.
Okay, cheating is cheating, but I got to say, former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, this might have been a bit worse. This is an affair with the housekeeper, and now there's a child. Maria Shriver has moved out of the family home. They have kids that understand what's going on. They're not little babies.
Yeah.
How do you move forward with this?
I think that the family, they have to get together and they have to talk about it. I mean, I'm a big believer in the open communication. No matter how painful it is, no matter how much work it's going to take, you got to put the work in.
And not just for high-profile couples. This is for everyday people, just like you and me.
Everyday people. And, so many people want to avoid that's why we have such a breakdown in relationships. I mean, over 50% of first-time divorces, first-time marriages are going to end in divorce. And I think it's avoidance. 50%. Yeah.
So communication.
Communication
and trust.
And I know that sounds cliche, right? But the thing is people really don't know how to communicate.
Okay, so what about this? If you decide, this is over, now we're looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver when they got married years ago. Well, if you decide this is over, I want a divorce, I want out, it costs money. Especially, and they're dealing with a lot of money. I mean, it's assets, and how do you separate the house and property?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, an average divorce can cost $25,000 if you go the traditional.
$25,000.
Yes.
The average divorce.
The average divorce, right? And that's if you go the traditional route. And there are alternatives out there now, though, that can be a lot more cost-effective, and people are choosing more economic methods to divorce because the cost is just so high. By the time you walk away, you've lost all your assets.
Wow. All right, Becky Shook-Watska with Fairway Divorce Solutions. If we could put the full screen up there, here's how you can reach Becky. The address is on your screen, 777 Campus Commons Road. The number there on your screen, 916-231-9406. Becky, we all can use that advice. Thanks for getting up early with us.
Thank you.
All right, I think we're going to send it over to Darla Givens now.